Whenever I'm in Marrakech, I'd like to stay at least close to the Medina, the old city. This time the hotel of choice is within the city wall just north of the souk. Buildings in this part of town have very thick walls and high ceilings. With various narrow staircases and no visible lift, this hotel may not be suitable for guests having difficulty walking. At the bottom of these stairs are the common areas. They are richly decorated in typical Moroccan style, and it really is one of the nicest hotels in town that I've been to. The patio does need some work though. With just a handful of suites, don't expect these common areas to be very crowded. As you can see, I am the only one here now, and this would be the case every time I was here during my stay. All I've seen is the staff walking around, keeping the place absolutely spotless. There is quite a variety in terms of seating here in the common rooms, but some are more comfortable than others. And just behind this space is a small office for the staff. Right here. Here is some more seating where I did spend some time working very comfortably. The patio here in the back of the hotel does look much better than the one in the front. Around this one you will find the entrance to a few of the suites. The steps at the end of this corridor lead all the way up to the roof terrace, which is where breakfast is normally served and where the pool is located. Behind the big doors on the left here is where my room is hiding, so we'll come back here soon. Here up on the roof there is quite a lot of space. Interestingly, due to the layout of this space, there is actually a lot that is not usable. Is that a bad thing? Not really, as sufficient seating and useful space remains. The number of sunbeds is also a sign of this not being a large hotel, and it also applies to the size of the pool. Sufficient to take a cooling dip, but not really suitable for swimming lanes. Where most of the hotels in town offer views of messy rooftops, this appears to be a mostly nice part of town. Apart from the sunbeds and this bench in the shade, there is not much room to sit. However, like with the seating downstairs, I haven't seen any other people taking up a lot of these seats. As a result, you should not have a lot of difficulty finding a place to sit or lie down. Through this sort of dome, you will look straight down into the blue suite, which happens to be my room for these days. Moving a bit further back, there is a part with tables, which is where breakfast is served. nicest place for breakfast, in my opinion, is here under the little roof. And through the door is the small kitchen where breakfast is made when you sit down. And even though the umbrellas bring some shade, in summer the tables and seats here in the back get quite hot. Breakfast is freshly made, albeit not very big. If you're a big eater, you may find yourself grabbing something in a cafe somewhere, as when I was there the staff was not expecting me to ask for something more and they were not prepared for it. And then there is this door again. Let's now have a look in Suite Bleu, the blue room. Immediately you will notice how spacious the room is, as well as how blue it seems to be. But don't worry, later you will see it isn't all blue. The room is full of typical Moroccan details, with the wood carvings and these vases on the table. The dinner table, which happens to be the only place with internet in the room, has seats which are surprisingly comfortable. This suite has 2 bedrooms, one on either side of this living room. Both have a double bed and its own bathroom. Room 1 is nicely decorated, but without overdoing it. As you may know, things can get quite hot in Marrakech, especially in the summer. Although the room has air conditioning in the entire suite, on the days of my visit there was no need to turn them on, as the thick walls kept it nice and cool. Complimentary water bottle definitely is appreciated, but a refrigerator would be a welcome addition. This bathroom is surprisingly light and quite large. His and her sinks and one big mirror, with on the other side a handmade bath. Some amenities are present but limited, which I think is great to avoid waste. Upon request, additional items will be made available though. The other room, which is the one that I used during my stay, is of the same size with a different layout and a slightly warmer look and feel. Clean as the room is, there is quite some evidence of use, and by that I mean that there is some damage. Nothing major, but just enough to be noticed. Chipped off paint have come off here and there, and the grounding between the tiles is less than it was in some places. One small issue I have with this room is these little stairs. In the middle of the night you have to make sure you don't forget them. And like on the other side of the suite, this bathroom has a double sink, a toilet, a bath shower combo. For those who don't believe me, stick around and I will show you. Looking at how shiny the floors are in both bathrooms, I was expecting them to be very slippery, especially when wet. The good news is, I was wrong. By the slightly grainier footage, you may be able to tell that this bathroom is a little darker than the other one, but it being darker also adds a bit of atmosphere. The air conditioning on the wall across the room is really noticeable, and it would be nice if it would be simply painted. Here in the sitting area, I find myself back in the light again, where the damage to the coffee table is clearly visible. The seating here is rather hard, but that is a thing of personal preference. Sadly, the fireplace is purely decorative, as they are not allowed to light it for guests. This suite is rather large and at a surprisingly reasonable price. You can stay here for around €450 a night. The staff in the hotel is very friendly and attentive, plus the hotel is within the old city center, making it walking distance from sites and an excellent choice for a city trip to Marrakech. For now, I thank you for watching and hope to see you again soon.